Good morning. It is, what time is it? 9:26 a.m. on Monday, August 10th, 2020. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I got up and took a shower and cleaned up a little bit and started some laundry because I just was feeling gross and like I needed to, get myself together a little bit. Part of that is because yesterday I had a little bit of a migraine that's mostly better now, but I'm increasingly wondering if there's some sort of a food trigger that's causing it because I don't know what it would be. And unfortunately, because the trigger can actually happen a couple of days before the headache actually comes, it probably would require me to make like a food diary. And that sounds like a lot of work. So, in the meantime, I don't get them that often, but yeah, I don't know. In any case, it's not the only thing that happened over the weekend. For one, I am off work today and tomorrow due to this sort of spontaneous vacation in which I did not actually manage to plan to do anything unusual or exciting other than just hang out. But I did run session one of Burn Bryte on Saturday evening, and the video and audio podcast versions of that are up now. And that's a lot of fun. It's this very pulpy, fun, Magitech science fantasy setting with lots of weird aliens and magic and all sorts of spaceships and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. I think we had a good time. We're going to continue it more, but if you've seen me posting a lot of my actual play adventures and just were saying, so many levels, episode 145. When are you going to start one from the beginning? Well, here you go. So this is a session one, and you can see the story from the beginning. Also, I played a bunch more Witcher 3, which definitely is pressing my buttons for my completionist tendencies in the sense of like, uh-oh, can't move on to the next area. There's still question marks on the map. And there's a lot of stuff in that game, but I'm having a good time with it. Yeah, it's a good game. I'm glad I decided to go ahead and keep playing it. And then the other thing that I did yesterday evening is I watched the next movie on the AFI list, which is Singin' in the Rain, which is a musical, of course. It is the highest rated musical on the list because, of course, it's pretty high on the list. And, it's interesting. There were a lot of things that I remembered the broad strokes of the story, and then I remembered a couple of the songs pretty well, like Singing in the Rain itself, although it was news to me when I was looking up some stuff about the movie that song is not originally from this musical. Like it had been in several other movies before this. But in any event, I knew that one, and I knew Good Morning, and I knew uh, what Make 'em Laugh. Yes, and I knew the broad strokes of the story, but there were a whole lot of bits that I hadn't remembered, and so were pleasant to rediscover. I will say, like, I'm a big fan of musicals, and there was a part of me that was like hesitating to accept Singing in the Rain as the best one or the highest on the list. And I was trying to decide though, like, which would I say is higher? And that kind of just as far as being a personal favorite, I might actually put something like Little Shop of Horrors higher. But as far as the placement on the list is not just about like personal entertainment, but also like influence and importance and all of that. And first of all, we've got Gene Kelly's only appearance on the list, and it's about Hollywood and this important time in film history, and kind of that's what the story is about. And so it has lots of fun little Hollywood satire in there too. And yeah, so that makes it kind of extra special, as uh, its place on this kind of list. And so much of it is just lots of fun and lots of songs. And there were definitely parts too where I I had not remembered they existed, and I was really just like hypnotized by some aspects of how, just everyone moving on screen. And then there's a sequence in Broadway Melody where it suddenly shifts to this abstract landscape, and then they have the girl in this fantasy dance sequence wearing this 50-foot silk scarf, and they've got fans that blow it so it's trailing all the way up in the air against this abstract landscape while they do sort of a ballet inspired dance. And I didn't remember that at all, and I was like, this is amazing. I will say that rewatching it, there are some parts that I felt like dragged a little bit, but at the same time, overall, there's so much of it that's just so joyful and entertaining, and I really love it. So go ahead and leave it there for now, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.